Wahaha News, Taipei. Now, the special program about Venezuela anti-government protest.
Good morning, welcome to Wahaha News. I'm Vivian. We are glad to have two special guests. Charles, who is an expert of global economy, and David, who is an expert of politics.
Hello, I'm Charles from the UK.
Hi everyone, I'm David from the US. Nice to meet you.
Alright, let's jump to the escalating anti-government protests in Venezuela. The country says it is sending 2,600 troops to the western region of Táchira to start looting. In the state capital, San Cristóbal, most shops and businesses are closed and guarded by soldiers. 3 people, including 2 teenagers, were killed in Táchira last week. Since the rallies for early elections and an end to the economic crisis begin in early April, 43 people have died across the country. On last Tuesday, President Maduro extended the nationwide state of economic emergency. The decree gives Mr. Maduro extra powers for another 60 days from last Saturday, including an ability to impose tougher security measures. The opposition denounced the move. Opposition leader Henry Capriles responded by urging his supporters to take to the street and protest more than ever. President Maduro accused the opposition party of calling people onto the street. So, David, what's wrong with Venezuela?
The current situation is the country has divided into the government supporters and the opposition. And so why is Venezuela so divided? Venezuela is split into Chavitas, the name given to the followers of PSUV, United Socialist Party, and those who are against it. After the former socialist leader Hugo Chavez died in 2013, Nicolas Maduro, also of the PSUV, was elected president on a promise to continue Mr. Chavez's policies. Chavitas prices using Venezuela's oil riches to markedly reduce inequality and for lifting many Venezuelans out of poverty. But the opposition says that since the PSUV came to power in 1999, the Socialist Party has eroded Venezuela's democratic institutions and mismanaged its economy. Due to economic crisis, people eventually take to the streets. A series of events have further highlighted the tensions between the government and the opposition. Key was the surprise announcement by the Supreme Court on 29 March that it was taking over the powers of the opposition-controlled National Assembly. The opposition said that the ruling undermined the country's separation of powers and took Venezuela a step closer to one-man rule under President Nicolas Maduro. But President Maduro accuses the country's business elite of boycotting the economy to create unrest and topple his democratically elected government.
So the country has been divided into 2 groups, the rich and the poor. Charles?
Exactly. But actually, it's the government and the opposition. Recently, Mr. Maduro's government has been hampered by falling oil prices. Oil accounts for about 95% of Venezuela's export revenues and was used to finance some of the government's general social programs, which, according to official figures, have provided more than 1 million poor Venezuelans with homes. The lack of oil revenue has forced the government to curtail its social programs, leading to an erosion of support among its core backers. Back to you, Vivian.
Thank you, Charles. Let's move on to Venezuela. We have our correspondent in Venezuela. Tim, are you there?
Thank you, Vivian. This is Tim in Táchira. The situation is terrible. The protesters are wearing masks to hide their identities. The streets has become battlefields. Oh, watch out! And fires are everywhere. And armored vehicle is crowding into protesters. Let's get into the building. Whew. It was dangerous. Back to Vivian.
Thank you, Tim. Take care of yourself. Next, a 15-year-old boy died in hospital a day after he was shot in San Cristobal. Let's hear from his sister. The voice has been changed to protect her.
My mom sent my brother yesterday to buy flour for dinner, and a little while later we received a call saying he'd been injured by a bullet. Everything is in chaos here. I hope this will end soon.
It's sad news. We will hear more from Venezuela. Thank you, David and Charles, for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.